For every minute of anger, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Well, I mean, I see that it's red. I see it's down like 2% or something. I mean, we got 6,400 for a Bitcoin price right now. I'm not upset about it. I mean, it looks like we're not going back down there to $5,000 or anything like that. I mean, just 2 days ago, everybody thought the cryptocurrency market was going to crash and go to zero. It seemed like we're still trucking along. I mean, we're still moving in the right direction. I mean, I'm not trying to get rich quick overnight with this stuff. So, hey, it's all good with me. I know that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin have long-term use cases and has nowhere but the moon to go as we continue to develop this network. So I'm not losing any faith over here at all. All right. So let me step over here and do one of those little screen share thingies. But let me go ahead and introduce my co-host, Samantha.
Hello, everyone.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Click the screen share button. Yes, I would like to share my screen. And you guys don't want to look at this. You'd rather look at this. And let me go ahead and hit that refresh button because this stuff's changing every minute. Hey, look, it's actually down only 1.9%. Like I said, changing every minute. Love that BTC dominance. Look at that, 53.1%. Still holding on to the other side of the $200 billion mark, 208 right now to be exact, as you can see on the screen. That's a big plus in my book that we didn't lose that support level. We just came down and tested it, so that's awesome. Let's see. Oh, not that fast. What is happening? We're hitting the wrong buttons. All right, let me just try doing this on the side then. Where did we go? All right, Ethereum, $292. I mean, that's down a little bit on yesterday as we were kissing 300. Looks like we're, dropped down, what, 2.5%? Not a big deal. I mean, a lot of people are talking about whether or not we're going to see Ethereum come down even more, back to like $100. But at the same time, I mean, I heard that Vitalik came out with like 70-something tweets slowly saying that he thinks that we're a lot closer to, Casper the Friendly, upgrade there. Let's see, what do we got going on here with X Rapid? 29.8 cents, not too bad. It looks like a little green there, 0.26. I mean, that's not a whole lot, but I mean, they're 94%. They've lost 94% of their value from the all-time high up there around $4. So, hey, I don't know if I'm going to call this a great price right now or not. Let's see what else we got. Why are we hitting so many other buttons? All right, let's see what else we got going on here. We got Bitcoin Cash coming in at $531. That's down 0.47%. We got EOS coming in at $4.71. That's down 1.9%. We got Stellar Lumas at 21 cents. That's down 5.1%. I mean, these prices, I mean, they're all down. It looks like, we had such a good pump yesterday that you kind of expected a little bit of red today. I mean, we can't just keep going up and up and up. All right, let's see what else we got. We got Litecoin holding on to $56.55. That's down 3%. And let's get down here and see what we got going on with my Steam and Steam backed dollars. There we go. Steam, 86 cents. Ouch, that's under the dollar still. I don't really like that price, so I guess I'm going to have to keep holding. That's down 3.13% or 3%. And we got to go back up here to type in that Steam back dollar. Let's don't have it right there on the chart. Steam back dollar. There we go. Ooh, 98 cents under the dollar. So let me see. That would tell me altcoins are slightly deflated or a little bit, undervalued at the moment. That's down 1.3%. I don't know. I guess it's, if we're using this as any kind of an indicator to let us know what we actually have going on in the altcoin market, it'd be saying, hey, this is a pretty safe place to go ahead and pick some of these altcoins up on the cheap. I mean, you definitely are pretty sure to get that Steam back dollar back to the dollar and probably tax. I mean, we've seen it there pretty much always. All right. So as always, I need to stop hitting that button. All right, let's see. Let's look at the tally account here and see what we got going on that fundraiser for EDC. All right, $166, about 27.68% of the way there. Like I said, I put it in USD because this cryptocurrency price is always changing. Looks like we got about 73 days left down there. If you guys can do anything to go out and help this fund, that'd be a big plus. And, you know, once again, I always want to keep reiterating that you're not donating this to the channel in a situation of us going to be paying bills or buying better equipment. You're pretty much just giving us the money to be able to go out there and do the legwork. I know a lot of people are stuck at work. I know a lot of people wish they could go out there and help support the cause of promoting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And that's pretty much what we're going to do. We're going to go to EDC. It's the Electric Daisy Carnival. It's in Orlando at Tinker Field. It's going to be November 9th and 10th. They came out with a lineup yesterday. If you go check out my Twitter, I took the lineup and put the QR code in it there. Looks like a pretty good lineup. I mean, who are the bands that you were checking out that you liked? Oh, Space Jesus.
Yeah, that was our son. He's like, oh, it's Space Jesus.
So we were listening to that last night a little bit. The prototypes, and there's a lot of good electronic DJs out there that are going to be playing. So as I keep saying, I actually got my friend Sasha working with me now, and we're working up mock flyers to come up with what we want to do. I mean, I think it's going to be awesome. I'll be bringing you great photos and videos, you know, of us walking around there, talking to people about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, spreading the word, getting the cause out there. All right, let's go ahead and end this screen share. And let's Samantha get back over here in the chat and see who we got. Oh, Samantha, it looks like it's kicking off over there. Hey, guys. How's it going? So, what are we looking at over there, Samantha?
We have the Rick Strick. We have Silent Lamb.
Silent Lamb, nice.
Rick.
I see JT Irving there on the bottom.
JT Irving is, and Joshua Thomas Hampton. Yeah. Rick Strick is saying our random time slot is killing our live view. I know.
I'm working on it. It's probably looking like it's going to either be a 2:30 or 3 o'clock time slot. You know, I ask you guys all the time to give us some comments and let me know what you're thinking. And I don't know if people are like thinking that their opinion doesn't matter or it's not worth it. Please let me know what's going on. If you guys are watching and you're thinking anything at all about my show and what I could do to make it better or what you'd like to see, tell me, let me know. I mean, that's all it takes for me to do something. Our community is really not that big over here at Bitcoin and Coffee. I usually only break a little over 100 views a day. And I mean, on average, I'm sure that there's a good 25 to 50 of you out there that I actually talk to. So let me know what you're thinking. I mean, I think we're going to shoot between that 2:30 and 3 o'clock time slot because I think that way when Samantha, we'll either be able to catch Samantha before she goes to work or when she gets home if we're working the morning slot. And I should definitely be able to take care of my farmhand job, getting out there and feeding those animals and helping with the repairs around their homestead. So let's dig into some of this cryptocurrency news. What do we got going on? Well, we've seen it with Hashflare. We've seen it with a lot of the other cloud mining situations. Those contracts are going to be shutting down. It looks like they're running through their 60-day grace period because a lot of these contracts aren't even covering the maintenance fees anymore, so you're not receiving a payout. They went ahead, they're issuing, you know, like a bulletin newsletter to everybody, letting them know that, you know, once the 60-day grace period's up, that they're going to be ending these contracts. They're saying that there's a possible way of keeping it by upgrading your contract
to the Radiant one.
To the Radiant so that the mining fees are cheaper. I would definitely not recommend that. I mean, all we have to see is another drop off or more miners hop on or something in order for it to become unprofitable again. I know at one time cloud mining was the thing to do. I was out there supporting it myself. I did make my first Bitcoin that way. But at the same time, you know, everything's constantly changing here in the cryptocurrency space. Just because something worked yesterday does not mean that it's going to work tomorrow. All right, let's see what else do we got. Well, let's do the Coinbase stuff. I got Toshi. Is that who it was? The Toshi wallet. The Toshi wallet's not going to be supporting Coinbase wallet. They're going to have all your ERC20 tokens, your crypto kitties, your BTC, your Bitcoin Cash, your Litecoin, your Ethereum. So what does that actually mean? Well, it it means the wallet's pretty much going to plug into them. Just like if you get a Shift card and you allow them access to your Coinbase account. In other words, you're going to download this wallet. It's going to allow them access to your Coinbase account. And that way you'll be able to move and transfer your funds in Coinbase or out of Coinbase through this wallet. No, you will not be getting your private keys to Coinbase. Once again, they are still going to be controlling your cryptocurrency if they're holding it over there. Don't let this fool you in any way. Is it a plus? I mean, anything that helps you get all your cryptocurrency consolidated in one place is a good thing. But then at the same time, if you have enough cryptocurrency, you definitely don't want it all at one place. You want to have it stacked in a couple different hardware wallets and, you know, a little bit on your smartphone and all this other place and stuff. Just like, think like the rich people do. They don't have one bank account with a couple $1 million in it. They have lots of bank accounts with, you know, smaller portions of it in it. And the turkey's bothering you, Samantha?
Yeah, they're doing whatever.
She's over there messing with them. All right.
They're kind of fighting with each other. And, you know.
It's that time of year. Just leave them alone. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here for news. Well, we're looking at an ETN. What's that? Well, it's an electronically traded note. Pretty much they've been having this already in Sweden going on since 2015. Apparently, they went ahead and they've switched it up so that they're going to be trading into U.S. dollars. It's over at some NASDAQ, Stockholm. They got a ticker symbol of CXBTF. So pretty much, I guess, since now that they're trading in dollars, you know, Americans are going to be able to hop in on this kind of thing. I don't know if I necessarily find this as awesome or amazing. I don't know if I'm really super for the ETF to begin with. So this being a little bit smaller, there's no actual Bitcoin behind it, Samantha. It's more of a situation that it's like a...
Yeah, they said it was a Bitcoin tracker or something. So it is just like a product, like supposedly, like a resource of like somebody else.
It's like a credit or whatever. So I mean, this actually has nothing to do with Bitcoin. It's just going to be using Bitcoin to figure out a price for these little tickets. And as always, you know, if they're not actually holding Bitcoin behind it, I mean, I guess they could have a whole bunch of them. And all that same stuff that happens with gold notes and everything else could happen. But I guess, you know, it is a NASDAQ. It is a stock exchange. Like that means anything, right? What was that funny movie we watched last night where the insider trading? The Boss.
Yeah. With oh my Lord. The redheaded comedian lady, but yes. It was funny because she went and did 6 months in prison for insider trading.
All right, Samantha, what do we got going on in that chat before we get down to the bigger news story, or the last one I got, whatever you'd like to look at that?
We have JT Irby saying Bitcoin and coffee and lunch. Yeah, we're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, like I said, I'm thinking between 2:30 and 3 o'clock. I mean, if you guys think that works, I mean, just let me know, because I think that way it'll work out well with my schedule and Samantha's schedule. It would still be somewhat in the morning because I know a lot of you guys are out in California, it seems like. According to my statistical analysis, 98% of you guys are men, and most of you guys are over in California or over there near the West Coast. So that would put them at noon, so that'd be lunch for them.
Yeah.
Maybe catch me on your lunch break.
Right.
Well, I mean, we got the clocks falling back here in the fall.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would help us any because
because
with the sunlight, I mean, my stuff is with the animals, so it goes by the daylight or whatever.
Yes, and that's also why we do it under this tree, because if we didn't, it would be like blinding.
Yes, it's really hot out here once again, but I mean, we live in Florida for a reason. I used to come from upstate New York, and I'm over that kind of weather. Forget all that.
I know. I think I was there for like 7 months, and the whole time it was sweaters and hoodies and then fleece, like the down jackets.
I guess it makes it nice for chubby people. You can hide it.
Right? There's lots of layers just because you don't want to freeze to death. We have Moscow Mule here.
Hey, nice. Hey, maybe it'll work out better. Maybe we'll pick up some of the other viewers.
We have I am, so that works for him. And then RJ says it works for him. So I mean, maybe that's
I know that this one's a little earlier than the 2:30. What time is it?
It's 1:30. Like it's now 1:45, but yeah.
I got off just a little bit early out there.
And I usually, if I have to go to work, it's usually not until 3 or it's in the morning. So, I mean, you could possibly have to do this solo. I know you don't like to, but.
Well, it's just that I like to connect with you guys, you know. And it feels like when I have Samantha over here standing on the sidelines reading your chat, you know, it helps me connect better because she can just tell me what you're saying and I can just look right here at you, you know, and talk about what's going on. But as always, the main reason I'm out here is for that free help desk I provide. It's at eugeneforrest20@gmail.com. If you can't spell it, it's linked to down below. I'd love to see you guys use it. I received a couple emails the other day. A guy was asking about, oh, I don't even remember what it was now.
I want to say it was Sky something.
Yes, it was
like
Skyfort or something. Yeah. And it was it looked like a total scam. I mean, they pretty much were guaranteeing you some sort of a return. They wanted you to put one Bitcoin in an exchange account and give them API keys. And then they were going to go ahead and do trading with their bot. And then they were going to go ahead and only take a small percentage fee and you got to keep all the rest.
Yep, guaranteed 3 Bitcoin to your 1.
So, I mean, of course, I instantly said anytime there's any guarantees in the cryptocurrency market, they're lying and they're looking to rip you off because of when it comes to cryptocurrency, there's absolutely no guarantees whatsoever, as we've all learned by this year, of course. And then on top of that, giving them API keys to your account. I mean, I don't really like trading bots to begin with, and then sending them to a person who tells you they're going to be using a trading bot, that just sounds even more ridiculous to me. And then at the end of the year, who's actually responsible for these trading taxes because it actually happened on your account?
Yeah, you.
Right. All right. So the last story I got up here, I actually found it kind of interesting. I mean, we got that 2FA authentication, and a lot of people, you got to get that text message to get the number to go, you know, get into your account. I mean, Coinbase is real big on that one. So we got a guy out there who went ahead and he lost $24 million. I mean, it sounds kind of silly to me that he had $24 million and didn't understand enough about cryptocurrency to actually be holding it on some sort of a hardware wallet or air gap computer, or in multiple locations that he had these.
Anything other than AT&T phone.
Well, I mean, he could have had it at an exchange too. It was pretty much that they copied his SIM card. They got a hold of a copy of his phone. They went out and they got the 2FA authentication from it.
They talked AT&T into giving them all his stuff. Yes, pretending to be him.
Right. I know you're good at sweet talking, Sam, so maybe we just stick you on that. All right, but so pretty much he's going to add another $200 million on top of this to make his loss at $224 million. I mean, that's one way to make a hell of a payday. So
pain and suffering, man. Wow.
You got to be careful out there. I mean, we also heard that during consensus, they were walking around and doing that as well with a scanner, stealing people's SIM cards. Pretty much a lot of people are recommending to go out and use the Google Authenticator. It takes a lot more to be able to make this happen. It's not just a SIM card. They'd also then have to have the Google Authenticator, and they'd have to have your passwords and all of this kind of stuff to get to it.
Yeah. I mean that's how he's saying that he's going to sue AT&T because some calling representative said, okay, here's your new phone number and yep, here's your stuff.
I'm sure they're going to get fired.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, how much money do you think you got on your Ethos wallet, Samantha?
A couple hundred. I mean, not even a lot.
Right. And I mean, on my phone, I got the Tally Fund account because it's the Eclair wallet. And I mean, there's $160 in that. I don't think I'd ever go over more money than what I'd carry in my wallet, which would probably be like $400 or $500 tops.
Yeah, and we always, like, I have the Coinbase one too, but it always moves in and out and stuff. So, I mean, that's like, yeah.
So, I can't see why, I mean, you know, if you get your phone hacked and all this other stuff, yeah, it's going to suck. But, I mean, at the same time, you really shouldn't be losing more than $500 because you really shouldn't be carrying more than $500 on your phone in any way. And if you're leaving it at the exchange, I mean, that's just more silliness as far as I'm concerned. It's one of those things where when you get this Bitcoin education, when you get this cryptocurrency education, you realize that this stuff is going to be worth so much money down the road in the future that you have to do everything to protect it. You have to start treating one Bitcoin as if it is $1 million. And once you start treating it like that, this stuff is irrelevant because you won't actually be falling into these traps. You won't be keeping one Bitcoin at the exchange. You won't be keeping one Bitcoin on your cell phone. You'll have one Bitcoin broken up into 3 different hardware wallets. And then, you know, one under the bed, one buried in the backyard, and one in a tree down at your sister's house or something. You know, you're going to take some extreme precautions because you're thinking, this is $333,000. Because that's when you're going to cash it out, right, people? you know, long-term thinking. You know, you got to think down the road with this stuff. If you're just looking to make some money, you got a bumpy road ahead of you. As you've seen this year, it's been hard to figure this stuff out because, I mean, the price is jumping up and down, but pretty much we've been on a slow decline since the beginning of the year. Yes, I've heard everybody calling out for higher prices in September. Personally, I don't think that we're going to be seeing the end of the bear market turn around until we get into 2019. And no, I'm not saying it's because of the ETF. I think that by then we'll be having enough development that I think that we should start seeing the price turn around and go up. So let's check back in with the chat, and then I'll do my end spiel, and I'll let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your day.
Well, we have Jim here now. We have Joshua Thomas Hansen. He says air gap is really cool. Turn an old cell phone into a hardware wallet. He says it will be integrated into the AE base app. So he's an AE man. Like, yes. Then we need to talk.
Hey,
yeah,
buddy, Sasha,
hi.
nice that you made it out here.
He said, man, this time I am live.
I'm glad you made it out. You know, we got to get him a moderator position. He was here in the beginning. He beat all of you guys. He was back here when I had 25 followers, right. But he is a world traveler and a very busy man with his wife and his business. So I gave him a break for a little bit. He had to take some time off. He even started up his own YouTube channel for a little bit.
Yep, he did lots of cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have Paul Rouleau. He says, hello, better late than never.
Always better late than never.
Always. And Jim says ledger. I mean, yes, people just don't have everything on one thing. It's common sense. Like you have, okay, even like you have a lot of your money on your debit card or whatever. You have $100 in cash. You got a gift card in there for, I mean, you don't ever literally just walk around with all of your money and all of your savings.
I don't know. I hate throwing them under the bus like this one, but man, my brother John, he didn't even carry a wallet. He used to just always have his money crumpled up in little bills in his pocket. And when he pulled them out, it always seemed like money was falling on the ground. Good thing I'm a nice guy and picked it up and handed it back to him. But, someone's not always following you around to pick the money up they hand back to you.
I kept finding like $20 bills and $50 bills in the chair he sat in. I'd be like, John, do you want this back? I mean, really?
You got to take care of this stuff if it actually means anything to you.
All right. We need to talk. Said just came back from Munich and saw my favorite coffee drinker is online. Yes.
Well, I mean, we're going to be trying to continue along. Actually, it'll be a little later than this. I guess we're going to start tomorrow. You want to start tomorrow, Samantha? You want to do between 2:30 and 3 o'clock?
I should be able to. Yeah.
Well, I mean, not necessarily you, but do you want to start setting it in stone again? All right. Start looking for the show at 2:30. We will be on no later than 3 o'clock. Even if it's just me all by myself, I will get out here. I will guarantee it. All right, you guys. I love this community. I don't want to lose you guys because I'm bouncing all over the place. I know sometimes it's hard for me to follow Adam Meister because he bounces around the place. But it's because he's a world traveler. I don't know. If that was me, I'd probably be getting up and making sure I did it at the same time. It's the other things that get in the way. And like I keep saying, cryptocurrencies for saving, fiats for bills. I got bills, of course, so I got to go out there. I got to earn that fiat. I can't keep flipping cards. It seems like this area that I'm in is not very well off, I guess I'd say, out here.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, I mean, we're out here in the woods, so not a lot of people out here got a ton of money to be buying, $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000 vehicles. So especially as often as I need to sell one to cover all these bills to make a profit. So I'm out doing a little farmhand job. It's amazing, though. I love working with the animals. It makes me really happy in the morning to get out there and feed the cows and the horses and stuff like that. And you know me, I'm good with my hands, so a little maintenance is nice. All right, though.
JT Irby found you through We Need to Talk forever ago.
Nice.
What? Yes, and Jim says you, peacocks and roosters. I know. I don't even know what the peacock's going on about, but yeah.
It's because the mail lady's driving down the back road over there. Well, she was stopping at the neighbor's back their mailbox. I can see the red Jeep going down the road.
Guard birds.
What can I say? I think there's over 100 of them out here now.
It's getting slightly ridiculous.
Quails, but at the same time, I don't know. I tried to sell a few, and nobody seemed like they wanted any.
And I don't want them to. Yeah, I don't want them to just be like, "Oh yeah, I want the fattest one," because that's going to be dinner.
I told her that we just let them all go out in the woods, right?
Right. All right.
See, here comes the mail lady down our road.
Well, we need to talk us. Will ETC launch today on Coinbase? No, no one knows. Okay, it's been like
No, they launched on Pro. I mean, they're out there for the accredited investors. I mean,
but not like people. Yeah, not normal.
I think the problem is that once they actually launch it on the regular one, everyone's going to be like, "Where's my Ethereum Classic from the fork?" So at the same time, they got to go ahead and make enough capital to go ahead and purchase enough Ethereum Classic or something, so they can go ahead and give it to these people. Because I'm sure at some point along the way, they've already went and collected that Ethereum Classic and dumped it. I mean, I'm sure there's all kinds of shady stuff that happens behind the scenes, just like with the U.S. government, you know, with all these big corporations. They're trying to make money. They're trying to be profitable. And yes, they're reporting this and that on the books. And, you know, like we seen that not Binance, but Bitmain was not profitable in the second quarter. And that's why they may possibly be doing this initial public offering, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure that Coinbase, just like a lot of these other exchanges, are being capable of manipulating the situation to make them even more money and it not be on the books, and it just actually end up going in a couple guys at the top's pocket. You know, if you don't own your private keys, you don't own the cryptocurrency, and therefore you don't own all the forex that come along with it. I mean, Coinbase is actually even big enough where if they had the right people, they could have collected all the crazy forex that happened too, like super Bitcoins. And not that Bitcoin private isn't good, but I mean, Bitcoin private, I mean, there was Bitcoin pizza, there's a million of them. I got a link down below that shows you all the forks there was. I was astonished to see how many there were, even though some of them were worth $1. Well, I mean, they're holding a couple million Bitcoin type deal. So
why wouldn't you want $1? Yes.
I want $1
for everyone.
I do a lot for $1. Apparently, it seems like.
JT Irby says that the ETC is coming out today at 5 p.m. That Ethereum Classic tweeted like last night about it, and that it's the Coinbase consumer, the app, and it will be out today. So we will see.
But then I think I caught a little bit of Crypto Zombie, and he was saying that he wasn't going to bet on it, you know, and I guess it's the same kind of situation. I'm not going to bet on it. I'm not going to hold Coinbase to anything because we know that they do what they can to manipulate the market. So watch them like come out with it, but then not put it in people's accounts and then have to close it down after a couple hours because the trading volume is all messed up or something, or they can't handle it. You know, it's, I know that like I always say, when it comes to cryptocurrency, I wait and watch everything for a moment before I go and do any investing, before I go purchase, before I go get into an exchange or a coin or anything like that, because I want to make sure it's safe. I don't have a ton of money, so I'm not looking to lose any money. There's only two things that upset me in this world, and that's messing with my family and messing with my money. So as long as you don't do either, I'm all good.
Rickus Rick said he just sent $5 to our trip fund. Yay!
Yeah.
He said he had an old wallet with it just laying around. So thank you.
I appreciate it. Like I said, I mean, I'm just trying to have you guys help me get out there and do the legwork. I'm taking a page out of World Crypto Network's book. I mean, I'm even using the Tally account that they're always supporting, even though they seem like a fundraising channel over there with all those QR codes.
Oh, I love the 1 million.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine hitting that many zeros on a fund account. Just
wow.
Give me $1 million.
It just sounds so egotistical. I'm typing in 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. Really? Whew.
That one bothers Samantha a little bit if you can't tell. All right, you guys. I really appreciate you coming out here. Look for me from now on between 2:30 and 3 o'clock, since that's what it seems like we have for a consensus. As always, I got all kinds of tools, links, and affiliation codes listed down there below to help you guys figure out these cryptocurrency markets. But the best tool of all is my email help desk. It's eugeneforest20@gmail.com. As always, check out all the social media I got going on. If you haven't come over to Twitter, come follow me on Twitter. I got over 1,000 followers there. I broke 5,500 followers on Steemit. Big plus. I'm afraid that like 2,000 of them are bots. So I think the price of Steemit might be reflecting that a little bit at 83 cents though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I still got 2 payouts. I'm sitting on the sideline hoping that the price comes up a little bit before I go add it to the retirement fund. What else we got going on? We got Lit. Actually, I'm going to be posting a couple little cards that I might be buying on there today if you want to take a look at those. And an old-ass golf cart from the 1950s that my boss has that I'm going to start working on to see if I can't repair for him. What else do we got going on? We got Mines. Mines is on the live net now. So that's awesome. You can go ahead and help me out there by coming over, subscribing, uploading, liking, all that stuff there. I think I'm up to like 37 of their tokens because I've been posting over there for a minute, even though I think I have like 1,100 subscribers over there. YouTube's where it's at, though. I know that's where I get the most views. That's where most of you guys are coming in from. So as always, I'm posting here, and I post my video over on DTube. I love you guys for coming out here. Do what you got to do to make your BTC safe, though.
Bye, guys.